Welcome back to How This Mom Does It, and today I am finishing up the planning portion of our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. unit study, and I thought I would take you along and show you how I put it all together. If you're interested in seeing how I plan a unit study, stay tuned. So the first step in my planning process is basically determining what theme I'm going to work with. So I have a list of themes that I work through the school year, and I do change that. I'll add things and take things off and move things around, but for the most part I pretty much stick to my theme list, and I made it available on my website. Actually, if you would like to download it as well, you can, and you just go to howthismomdoesit.com and scroll down to themes by month, and you can click on it, and it is the same spreadsheet that I'm using in my planning. So I just look at January, and okay, I'm doing, I have weather, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., penguins, snowflakes, winter, Chinese New Year, basically China, New Year's Eve, and so on. So this year I'm focusing on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We're going to do about a week, and then we're going to be doing penguins. We're actually going to be doing a research project on penguins, and we're reading Mr. Popper's Penguins and doing a little literature unit study on that. And then I'm going to be doing about 2 weeks on China and the Chinese New Year. So those are my plans for this year, and today I'm going to be working on the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So now that I've got my theme, I can move on to the next step. So after choosing my theme that I'm going to be working with, I go through our home library and see what books I have to work with. So I was able to pull this one out of our library, and I noticed that I didn't have anything else. And I thought I did, but I couldn't find anything. So I went ahead and ordered a second book. And usually what I'll do is I'll try and get everything used. But if I see something that I really think would be helpful, or if I get a good deal on it, or I'm just running out of time, sometimes I will purchase a book, and I did purchase this one, but I think I spent about $2 on it. I got it on a Scholastic sale. So basically altogether these two books were probably like $3. So I don't spend a lot, and I usually do try during the year with since I have my theme list, I know what I'm going to be working through, I will try and get as many books used as possible. And I've been doing this for several years now, so I've basically built a good home library of books that I can pull from. So usually I don't have to purchase any books, but on occasion I do. So this time I did choose to add another book in, but normally I just pull from what I have. So that's step 2, is first picking the theme and then seeing what books I have available. So after I choose the books that we're going to be reading, then I try to find resources to go with it. So that could be lap books, that could be craftivities, like writing activities, it could be a quiz or emergent readers, printable flip books, all kinds of stuff there's available to look through. So I will go on to several different sites. My favorites are Teacher Pay Teachers, and I also like Homeschool Share, especially for lap books. And lap books can be intimidating at first, I will say that, and they can be a lot of work, but you don't have to do everything. I think it's easy in the beginning to find all this fun, cool, free educational stuff, and that you want to do everything and print everything. And I've learned to just print what I think we're going to do, and you can always print more. So that way I'm not wasting ink and paper and overwhelming us with work. I try to be very purposeful in what I choose, knowing what my daughter likes and what I think she needs to work on. So basically I will look through the different sites and choose things that I feel are appropriate for us. And you can do a lot of this for free. I do purchase things on occasion. I have a couple different teachers from Teacher Pay Teachers that I really like, and I will purchase their stuff if it matches what we're working on. but you can easily do it for free. This unit I'm doing on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., I actually got everything for free. So I didn't pay for anything. And you can also do Homeschool Share, which all their lap books are free. So there's a lot of really good free stuff out there. So I'm going to show you real quick, if you haven't already been on, how to use Teacher Pay Teachers and find the free stuff. So basically you just type in whatever your topic is at the top, click your search, and then if you scroll down on the sidebar, there's a section that says prices, and then you select free, and I already did that. So you'll select free, and then you'll see all of the freebies that are available for that topic. And you can also select the grade and filter even further, so you're not filtering through things that aren't age appropriate or level appropriate for your child. So these are some really good filters that you can do to make your search go a whole lot quicker. And I went ahead and for my themes on my website, I have them available, the things that I choose to use. Now, they may not be the right fit for you, but if your child's at the first, second grade level, even kindergarten, I have a lot of kindergarten stuff on there too. I have things that I chose to use, and I provide links to those Teacher Pay Teacher sites to get those products if you'd like to. So if you look on my website and you're interested, you can go to the unit studies and themes and scroll all the way down to the month that we're in. We're working in January. And you'll see the video for the month with the book list, and then I'll have all the different themes that I'm working through and the resources that I'm using. So some of them are not free, but majority of them are free. And I also have, and I'll be talking about that in a second, but I have my video list also available in that section. So basically these are the freebies that I am working with to develop my unit study. And I put mine together in a project folder, and I will show that to you in just a second. So once I've printed out all of the materials that I want to use to put together the project, I will choose basically what format I want to store it. So you can do it in many different ways. You can do it in a lap book style, you can do it in a portfolio style, you can store it in a monthly work binder, in your folder system, whatever you're using to store your work. I like to put them together in some kind of project or a lap book. I think it's fun at the end of the year. You have a stack of fun memories that you did with your child, which is pretty awesome. And we've been able to look back at previous years and see how she's changed and grown, and it's fun. And then sometimes we'll do the same one, like we do Johnny Appleseed every year, so we can see the difference in year to year. The projects are more writing, and they just get better and better, and it's fun to see the change in the growth of your child. So that's something that I like to do, but it's up to you as to what will work for you. I was going to show you real quick two different styles, and this is for the Grouchy Ladybug, so this is different, but just to show you a format. This is more of a lap book style where it has different parts to it. It has a writing component, and I put two different folders together to create more area, because I had so much going on with this one, because we had science and writing pieces to it, math. So but this is a style that you could do something like this if you wanted to. This year I've kind of been getting away from that as much. I have done some, but I've been trying something a little bit easier. Just, we have a lot going on, and to make it quick and easy for me, I've been doing more of a portfolio style. So I'll find a really cool cover for it, and then I'll take all my printables that I want, put them in the center. That's all my writing and any quizzes or anything that I want to have printed. And then on this side, I'll have my crafts ready and prepped and ready to go. So any crafts that we're going to be doing, like for this one, I found a couple crafts that are pretty fun. We're going to be making a crown, and then we're going to be doing an I Have a Dream mobile, and I'll have links to all these things on the website if you're interested in downloading these. And then I have a foldable. This was actually free, I believe, when I got it, and I looked and it wasn't free this year. So, but this is a pretty cool foldable. And then I have a flip book, and then I have another craft where we actually make Dr. Martin Luther King, and he has a writing portion to it, so it's more like a craftivity. So we'll be doing that. And then in the back, I usually store my teaching materials. So if I have any answer keys, or like here I have quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King that I wanted us to go through. And I'll also store his I Have a Dream speech, because we do memorization and recitation every month. My daughter memorizes something and recites it. And in the month of January, we typically have done the Martin Luther King Jr. speech. So she's going to memorize an excerpt from that and then recite it. So I'll usually keep that in there so we can remember to practice it. So that is how I put together a portfolio style of our work on a unit study. So once I have put together my unit study project and gathered all my resources and the books and everything we're going to be reading, I will start to look for things to really enhance the unit study and enrich it. Things like puzzles, games, extra crafts. For instance, we did the Family Under the Bridge last month in December, and the project with that, we did a STEM project where they built a bridge with toothpicks and marshmallows. So that was really fun, and both kids really liked it. Last year when we did penguins, or Mr. Popper's penguins, I got a 3D penguin puzzle, and the kids put that together. So it can be all different kinds of things, but anything to really engage them and I like things that are more hands-on, but anything that you think your child would be interested in and it relates to the topic. So I try to get as much of that as I can. And then I also like to do a YouTube playlist, and I try to have a YouTube playlist for just about every unit study I do. And in the YouTube playlist, I like to add in things like songs, books being read aloud, educational videos. For instance, with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on that playlist, I have songs about him, and I also have his speech where he actually gives his speech, and there's an excerpt from that, and the kids can actually see him giving a speech, which is really neat. So I like to have a playlist for every unit study I do, and I like to lead off the unit study with that playlist. So I look at it as you're sandwiching the topic. You want to get them excited about it and really engaged, and a playlist like that really helps them to get into the topic. And then you do the books and the project, and then I try and cap it off with with more of a hands-on project, like a STEM project or a puzzle or a really cool craft or something that is more memorable for them. So that's how I kind of plan the unit study in terms of the order in which I do things. With the playlists, I'll play it in the beginning, but we will play it several more times while we're working through the unit study too, if they enjoy it. So if it's something that they really like and they love a song or whatever, then we'll do it several times so they really get more out of it. So that is how I add in extras into our unit study to make it more fun and exciting. And I do include YouTube playlists in my website if you're interested in seeing what we're using. I have a link to each YouTube playlist under each topic if I have one, and you can just click on that and it'll take you to the playlist. And then I also, on my channel, have all of my playlists available. So you can go through and scroll to the bottom of my channel, and you'll see playlists by How This Mom Does It. And I have all of my playlists, and I don't even know how many playlists. Playlists for just about everything. But I even have playlists for not even just unit studies, for like math, language arts topics, all different kinds of things. So you can scroll down and find whatever playlist that you might be interested, and you can develop your own playlists. You can find all different types of, if you're doing a topic that isn't on mine, you can pick whatever videos you think your kids will like and develop your own playlists and add them to your YouTube channel. And they'll always be there when you're ready and need them. So I really like the YouTube playlist feature, and it's really been a great enhancement to our homeschool. So that is something that I like to add to our unit study, and I will show you another resource that I use. So another resource that's out there that you can use when you're developing a unit study are books like this. And this one is by Teacher Created Materials. It's Social Studies Through the Year, primary version. And I actually got this used for like $2, so it wasn't a huge investment. But it's a pretty thick book, and it's got a lot of different themes. Basically, it's themes throughout the year. So holiday themes, and you can see on there important people, patriotic things, a little bit of everything. I'll show you what the Martin Luther King, it gives you like a guide to go through of what to talk about, what to write, if you want to do that, by day. Gives you topics to talk about. And I like this because it gives you usually something like this, like an emergent reader, where it gives you information about a topic. So what I would do is I would copy this and staple it and have my daughter color it and read it, and we would have that part of our project. So these are different, this is a different resource that you can find and use to develop your unit studies, especially if you're not as computer savvy or wanting to do a lot of printing. You can just copy this and it's put together for you. So if you're just starting to get into unit studies, something like this, especially if you have younger children, isn't a bad thing. So I've used this, and I still use it on occasion for different things that I'll pick and choose and take out of it. But it's a pretty good resource, and there are a lot of different brands that make things like this. I really like the Teacher Created Materials. They've made some pretty good products that I've purchased, but there are a lot of different companies that make things that are similar that you can look for. So this is a different type of resource that you can use to add to your unit study when you're building. So that is how I put together a unit study. So I've walked you through how I put together my Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. unit study this year. And basically, no matter what unit study I'm doing, the process for my planning pretty much is the same. I will choose a topic or a theme. I will look through the books that I have and pull books that I want to use and get more if I need to, and then find resources to put together some kind of project, either a lap book or portfolio project, some kind of written project, and then I will look for anything to enhance it. So my YouTube playlists or games, puzzles, extra crafts, anything to make it more memorable and exciting for the kids. So that is how I put together my unit studies. I will provide links below to my website and to get all the resources that you've seen if you're interested. And I hope you like this video. If you do, click like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.